Hello, welcome back. It's Monday again and time for another book talk with Steve. Today we're talking about Daniel Half Human, a book which I am happy to say I do not have to give any half-hearted endorsements to. The last couple weeks I've talked about Punkzilla and Midwinter Blood, which I both thought were all right, good books, but this is a great book, one I totally enjoyed from start to finish. Daniel Half Human tells the story of Daniel, a boy growing up in Germany in the 1930s as Hitler is rising to power. Daniel is friends with a boy named Armin, and they both love soccer. They both like recreating the war stories of the Great War, World War I, where their fathers had served. And as Hitler is rising to power, both boys are somewhat enchanted with the Nazis and dream of being part of Hitler's youth corps and rising through the ranks. Unfortunately, Daniel learns a secret. He is half Jewish. At first, they try to keep this news hidden, but eventually, of course, the truth comes out, and there are problems for the friendship, problems for Daniel's family, problems for all of Germany, of course, and the world. And seeing Daniel and Armin try to deal with this is an exciting, horrifying lesson in history that we don't often see in the days before the war. There are many, many stories that talk about the Holocaust and World War II once the war begins, but this really paints an illuminating picture of the time beforehand. I highly recommend this book. This could, of course, be considered among the genre of Holocaust books that we find within the YA camp. The most famous of which, of course, is Anne Frank's Diary of a Young Girl, studied in many, many schools, along with another book, Night by Elie Wiesel. A more recent offering, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, an excellent movie, an even better book. Some slightly older books that dealt with the Holocaust that I recommend for younger readers, Number the Stars by Lois Lowry, The Devil's Arithmetic by Jane Yolen, and Milkweed by Jerry Spinelli. Many younger readers are drawn to the anime manga style of Mouse, and one of the best books of the last 20 years, Marcus Zusak's The Book Thief. John Green cited this as perhaps his favorite YA novel. These are all great books for both young and old, and it covers certainly an important topic that all of us should know more about and never ever forget. And I add to that list Daniel Half Human. It came out a while ago, but it's been translated from German into English, and I hope it receives a wider audience because very excellent book. If you're a student in school and you need to do a report on a book, this would make an excellent choice. There are some easily recognizable symbols from the boys playing with toy soldiers that they have made in papier-mâché fields that they have created, to symbols including the father's desk, which he relies on to help maintain his sanity towards the end of the book by keeping it neat and orderly, trying to convince himself and everyone around him that the madness that is the Nazis party and Hitler will have to be passing soon, but of course they don't. And then there are great moral dilemmas and issues. The boys, the two friends, Daniel and Armin, are separated through the war, and then there is a reunification at the end of the book, and what happens there leads to some interesting subjects for debate that could be presented in a school paper to good effect. So I highly recommend David Chotjewitz's Daniel Half Human. Find a copy somewhere and read it. Obviously, the Holocaust is not a pleasant topic, but it is good that we have so many options to deal with such a subject in such an enlightening, illuminating, and yes, it's an entertaining manner. The lessons of the Holocaust and Hitler's rise to power in Nazi Germany can never be forgotten, and that's one reason why I found this book so both powerful and a little bit frightening, because when you look at Hitler's rise to power and you see some of the demagoguery going on in different political campaigns today, it can give you pause for thought. So I recommend David Chotjewitz's Daniel Half Human wholeheartedly. Find a copy, order a copy, read it, let me know what you think down in the comments about this book or any of these books in this genre. Do you think that it's important that we remember that? Do you think we have remembered it well, or do you think we have forgotten the lessons about that? Do we just get so wrapped up in the tales of glory on the battlefield that we forget the lessons of political machinations that went before the war? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Till next time, don't forget to be awesome, and I will talk to you again soon, hopefully.